Have you ever asked yourself, where all the money goes, when the stock price is dropping? This video tries to answer the question. Hello and welcome to the Business Class, your YouTube channel, where you learn all about the topic money. Although money and wealth are not everything, you barely get anywhere without in our modern day society. Seemingly everyone nowadays wants to be rich, famous and live a life in wealth, but of course not everyone will manage to do so. However, if you are determined, focused and working hard, you will be able to achieve your goals. So do no longer waste your potential, do no longer wait for your luck to happen from alone, improve yourself every single day and you will soon start to see the fruits of your success. With my videos, I want to provide you with motivation, knowledge and inspiration, so that you can reach your goals as fast as possible and make the best out of your life. If you have general interest in content about topics like make money online, stocks, luxury and lifestyle, subscribe to the channel and press the bell button, to not miss a single video. Also write a comment with your suggestions and wishes, which content you would like to see more often. And now let's start. When stock prices drop, where is the money? Have you ever wondered why you leave your socks in the dryer and never see them again? It's a mystery that may never be answered. Many people feel the same way when they notice that the balance in their brokerage account has suddenly decreased. Where did all that money go? Fortunately, money gained or lost in the stock market doesn't just disappear. Money that disappears. Before explaining how money disappears, it's important to understand that supply and demand determine the price of stocks, whether the market is in a bull market upswing or a bear market downswing. Changes in the price of a stock determine whether you make or lose money. Buy and sell transactions. If you buy a stock at $10 and sell it for $5, you lose $5 on each share. You might think that this money should go to someone else, but that's not entirely true. It doesn't go to whoever bought the stock from you. For example, suppose you planned to buy a certain stock at $15, but before you decided to buy it, the stock dropped to $10 a piece. You decide to buy it at $10, but you don't get a $5 drop in the stock price. Instead, you get the stock at the current market price of $10 per share. In your mind, you saved $5, but you didn't actually get $5. However, if the stock price goes back from $10 to $15, you get a $5 gain, but the stock price still has to go up to earn $5 per share. The same is true if you own the stock, it drops in price, and you sell it at a loss. At that point, anyone who bought the stock at a price lower than what you sold it at will not necessarily benefit from your loss and will have to wait for the stock price to rise. The company that issued the stock won't get any money if your stock price falls. A little hint for you: if the content of the video is important to you and you want to benefit from it in the future, you can easily save the video to your playlist or click on Watch Later, so that you can watch it again at any time you want. Or, if you don't watch this video as a logged-in member, just save the video as a bookmark in your browser, to always have easy access to it. Short selling. Some investors trade to sell a stock at a higher price in anticipation that its price will fall. This is known as short selling. When the price of a stock falls, the short seller buys the stock at a lower price to complete the trade and make a profit. The difference between the selling price and the buying price is settled with the broker. Short sellers profit from falling stock prices, but they don't take your money if they lose on a stock sale. On the contrary, they trade independently of the market and can lose or make mistakes in their trades, just like investors who own stocks. In other words, short sellers profit from a drop in price, but that's a very different trade than the bullish investor who buys a stock and loses money on a drop in price. So the question remains, where did the money go? The simplest answer to this question is that the money actually dissolved into thin air along with the drop in demand for stocks, or more precisely, the drop in investors' preference for stocks. However, the ability of money to dissolve into obscurity in this way cannot but be questioned. But this ability of money to dissolve into obscurity represents the complex and contradictory nature of money. Yes, money is both an intangible thing that inspires dreams and illusions, and at the same time a tangible thing that provides daily sustenance. This duality represents the two components of the market value of stocks: implicit value and explicit value. Implicit value. Stocks create or dissolve value through changes in implicit value, which is determined by the personal perceptions and research of investors and analysts. For example, the implicit value of a pharmaceutical company holding patent rights to a cure for cancer may be much higher than the value of a high street store. Implicit value is determined by investors' perceptions and expectations of the stock based on earnings and earnings projections. If the implicit value, which is an abstraction such as belief or emotion, changes, then the stock price will follow. For example, if the implied value falls, the owner of the stock will suffer a loss because the asset is worth less than its original price. Again, this is not necessarily money gained by others but lost as a result of the investor's perception. Explicit value. Now that we have described the characteristics of unreal money, we must not forget that money also represents the tangible value of an enterprise, its explicit value. The explicit value, also known as accounting value, also known as book value, is calculated by adding up all the assets and subtracting the liabilities. In other words, it is the amount that would remain if all of the company's assets were sold at market value and all liabilities, such as bills and debts, were paid off. Without explicit value, however, there is no implicit value of the company. Investors' interpretation of the extent to which companies use explicit value is the driving force behind a company's implicit value. Implicit shareholder value is determined by analysts' and investors' perceptions, while explicit value is determined by the actual value of a company's assets minus its liabilities. In fact, investors, analysts and market experts are saying that their outlook for the company has narrowed. As a result, investors are no longer willing to pay as much for the stock as they used to. As investors' perception of the stock declines, so does the demand for the stock. As a result, the stock price also falls. In other words, trust and expectations are exchanged for money, but it depends on something very real. The ability of companies to create something, whether it's a product that people use or a service that people need. In other words, the more a company is able to create something, whether it's a product that people use or a service that people need, the more profitable it will be and the more investors will trust it. In a bull market, there is a general positive perception that the market can continue to produce and create. This perception can only exist if there is evidence that something is or will be produced, so in a bull market everyone can make money. Of course, the exact opposite can happen in a bear market. In other words, the stock market is a huge vehicle for wealth creation and destruction. No one knows why the socks went into the dryer and didn't come out of there, but the next time you wonder where the stock price came from or where it went, you can at least relate it to your perception of the market. And if one day, you want to build up your own business or you have one already and want it to grow much bigger and faster, always have in mind that starting a successful business and earning money takes time. You need perseverance and a lot of stamina. It's like you growing a small plant right from the seed. You never know how fast it will grow, how tall it will get and how many fruits you will be able to collect. It is the same with every business. Some work great, some flop and some could become very successful. But people way too often resign much too early. So follow my advices, try out different methods and sooner or later, you will find the one that suits you the most, that fits best to your skills and knowledge and you will have a well-earning business. No matter if you want to make money online, by affiliate marketing, drop shipping or even stocks, everything is possible. And even though growing a business and making money can sometimes be a lengthy and tedious issue, it's all worth it at the end. Just stay focused to your goals, work smart and hard, spend your time and resources effectively, be persistent and sooner or later, you will have success, you will reach your goals and earn enough money to live the life you ever dreamed of. I hope this video was helpful for you and I was able to impart knowledge to you, give you new ideas or simply inspire and motivate you to change your life in a positive way. If so, please leave a like and write me your opinion and content requests in the comments. If you have general interest in content about topics like make money online, stocks, luxury and lifestyle, Subscribe to the channel and press the bell button, to not miss a single video. Thank you very much for your interest and especially for your time. And hopefully, we see us in the next business meeting.